Welcome back, viewers. So, as we promised in the previous session on Microsoft Access, this is the search form. For example, you have a database where you have a form that you have developed already that we did in our previous sessions. If you haven't watched them, so the link is given in the description. And here I want a search box. We have already developed some search boxes like this one, where we can search and go to the queries and form, etc. But this one is that here you have all the details of all those teachers, those thousands of teachers. And here you just want a detailed search by a keywords, either by ID, name, gender, age, contact, district, tehsil, EMIS, school, the dates of registration. For example, if you don't remember and you just remember only a month, so you can specify those dates here, that from this date to this date. So by all these areas you can search. For example, here if I add Sultan and press enter, so here I have all those people filtered whose name contain Sultan. Now if I add here female and press enter, so only female will be visible to me. If I add here a specific age, for example 21, so only that one person whose name contains Sultan, female, age is 21, you can add criteria of contact number, of district, of tehsil, and all these search areas are actually linked with each other, that you cannot only search by one item, you can search by multiple columns. And for example, if you remember a name but there are different people with the same name, so you can go to gender, then age, contact number, district, tehsil, EMI, school. Or if you do not remember even the names, at least remember the age group. So you can add a age. For example, if I add here 21, so all those 21 years of age people are filtered. Now if I add here that the person was from Dera Ismail Khan, if I just filter, if I just type Dera, that's enough. So all those from Dera Ismail Khan and 21 year are filtered. Now if I remember a tehsil or a school name or a date, so I can do my search with multiple criteria. And when I, for example, find a person, I just will copy the ID, open. This is the open form button. Here you have that search form. So we have a button to directly come here, enter the paste the ID here and click open teacher form. So that teacher form is open in front of you. If you want to edit something or some changes, etc., so do that if there is some issue, and then save record, and that's it. So you can use this Microsoft Access Visual Basic and queries to search for you different criterias and different types of search that you want to do. So let's see how we can develop such type of search form with multiple criteria. This search is based on a table, and that table is teacher database. But I will need these search criteria, so I will not develop a form on the table. I will develop a form on a query. So let's develop a query from this for our search. Create query design, bring this table. How many? For this search form you just need at least these columns, you do not need other columns, so only these columns I will add in the query. For example, ID, teacher name, gender, age, contact number, province, do not need district. If you want the seal, so add that, EMI, school, and date also, date of registration. So that's my query that I have developed. Now I will just save this query and I will name it search test. So this is our query. When we run, so we have all those details of the teacher. Now I will develop the same form on this query, the search form. Save it, create, select this. Or we are going to develop this form not with the form or with the form design, we will go with form wizard, so that we may have an automatically such type of form which is in the tabular format. So you can do this with form wizard also. Go to form wizard. Here you have this which query you want. I want this query. You can select that query from here. This is my query. Which columns you want to be added in the form? All these columns. So select this one. If you want to add specific columns only and not all of them, then you can click this button. And if you want all these columns, just select this one. Next. Now it asks for the different types of format: columnar, tabular, data sheet, justified. I need it in the tabular form. Okay, so this is tabular form. Next, open the form to view or enter information. Modify the form design. Whichever you click depends. Finish. So here we have that type of, you see, that type of form is developed. Now there are some adjustment required to the columns, so that we can do in the design view. Just adjust all these columns, the width of all the columns, etc., and make it properly visible. You can do this in the layout view also. Here you see you have this, so you can just drag these cells and make them visible. You can do this in this way also. Select your whole all the fields, right click, layout, tabular. So now you see those with white backgrounds are the cells that contain values, so we need them here. But those which are not with the white background, these are just label, so we can right click here, go to layout. That was just to adjust them all. Remove layout, and now you can just drag them, the labels up, and these here, just to make them all the columns are adjusted. Now above these labels I need a search field like these, so you just need to drag it a little bit below, bring them here, and here you will need text boxes. So just take one text box. Now I will name and remove this label. I will double click and name this form from text 71 to ID, you can call it. Then copy and paste and bring it here and name that teacher, your T name. But all these names should be remembered to you because we will use them in the queries like we did in our previous sessions in MS Access when we were using the like command. So just make such type of fields here, copy and paste and place them here, and then double click and name it gender, then age, then contact number. From here you can rename them. You can watch my video, the session 4 and 3rd, where we have developed such type of text fields. So all these fields will be here, so like this. So I have developed this, and for dates I needed two text boxes because the first one is from and the next one is registration if, and the next one is registration to, because in the dates you are not going to search by a specific date. Most of the time we need a range from this date to this date, so that's why we have added here two text boxes for the date. Now these are my text box names. You should write them in MS Word, which makes it very easy for you. Now if you remember, we use this like forms type command. What is the function of this like? The name of this form that we have saved is test search. So if you remember, like and then forms, this is the main code. After that, this sign of exclamation, and after that, form name. What is the name of the form? Test search. So I will type that test search here. And then here we need the text box name. The text box name is this one. This is the form name and this is the text box name. And here it is ID. Okay. Now the query that we developed, this form we have developed based on a query, and that query was this one. So I will go to the design view, and now here under each column I will add this command with the same form name, but the text box names would be different for different. For example, for this the text box name would be ID. For this one, the text box name would be T name. For this one, the text box name would be gender, TS, etc. etc. Let's do it in the simple way for the first one. For example, here I need a search that whenever I enter here in ID, so it should filter those names. Okay, so this form is already based on this query. So here I will use that command Shift F2 to zoom it. Here I need like, use this asterisk sign just to show all. If there is nothing, then end. After that, forms, then sign up exclamation. Then what we need after forms, we need form name. So what is the form name? The form name is test search. This is the form name that we have given, test search. And then sign up exclamation. We need this one and this one to be closed in the square bracket, but it will automatically close that in the square bracket, no issue. Now after the test search, the form name is finished. Now what I need? I need the field name, that was ID. Here we use the field name ID. Okay, so you see here it has added those square bracket automatically. Shift F2, you see square bracket has. Now what is this ID? This is this ID cells. So I am asking this query to search in this, to search in the database an ID which is like this form ID cell. If you do not want to use these things like and this command and this, then it will search only that person whose ID is exactly the same, and if it's not, it will show nothing. So this like command and then these wildcards serve to show you everything if there is nothing in the search. And at the end also you need to use this end and these wildcards. So here also we will use these wildcards and then steric in this. So this is basically the function for the ID. Now this same code I will repeat here, 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 but I will just need to change this field name. Here the field name in that form is ID. Now here if I am going to add this same command here, so what I will do, I will copy and paste it here, but I will change this field name to, let's see, what is the field name of this one? This is T name. So I will just change it to T name. Now for these two columns we have done it. So let's first see what is the result. Save it, close it, close this form. Yes. Now let's reopen it. Now you see we have all the table. But here if I type a specific name, for example Sultan, and I click this refresh. So here you see all those names are filtered whose name is Sultan. Now if I do it like this, ID. For example, if I type 167, press refresh. So here you see all those IDs are filtered which has 167. Now when I add here something, so I have to press refresh. Why not I just click enter or some button that could do this function? So for that, if you see here we have these refresh, clear, search and open form button that I have already added, but let me add them in front of you. Go to the design view. So how we can add that? You just need to go to the buttons, drag it. Do not use these commands because we do not need these commands. We now need Visual Basic. So cancel it. Now here give a name to this button. For example, I have already added this to, I give it a name refresh. Now double click it. Go to event. Now here in the event on click, what it should do on click. So we are going to Visual Basic. Okay. So click these three dots. When you click these three dots, so it would ask you for these three options. So you need to go to code builder. Okay, code builder, and then okay. It will come here. Now it says requery button click. What should I do? Just this command, me.requery. That is the only command that you need to add here. me.requery. Save it, close it. Now, whenever you enter a specific, for example, Sultan, and you click this refresh, so it will automatically, you see, all those names will be filtered. But if you want that, why I should go there and press refresh? Why not if I type here something and press a key or a enter, so it should automatically requery or refresh the form according to my search criteria. So for that, go to the design view again and come here to this refresh button, click it, go to other, and in the other, so you see here this default, so just click and make it yes. When you change it to yes, so it means that on this page this refresh will be triggered when you press enter. Let's see. When I press here, for example, Habib, and press enter, so here you see you have all those names filter where you have Habib with just enter. Now you need another button also for clear, because here you will have to remove backspace and then press enter, and after that it will show you all record. So for clear button, I have already explained that also in my previous session, but for that also you just need to come here, click this button. This is in the form design, drag, do not use this command, cancel it, double click, and here in the event on click, when you click and press these three dots, so you will come here. Now here what you need to do, you need to clear all the content. So here we have all these text boxes that we have developed are here, so you have to add a simple command. The text box name is equal to this. These are just inverted commas with no space. ID is equal to this. T name is equal to this. Gender, the name of these cells. What is the name of this cell? Gender TS. So gender TS is equal to nothing. So for all those text boxes that you have added here, you just need to add this command, these commands, and then save it, close it, come here, and now when you type something here and press this clear search, so it will clear all the, and for all these columns you need to repeat the same thing in the query. You see here, you come to the query again. Now we have added this in these two columns. Now I need this in gender, age, contact, district, etc. So I will just copy this command, paste it here, and now instead of this T name, I will use the name of the text box that is for the gender. What is the text box for the gender? For the gender we have this text box. This is above the gender, you see, double click, and here you see the name gender TS. I haven't used the same gender name because sometimes it creates some conflicts with the same similar names, because here also this text box name is also gender, and if I give this also the same name, so that may create some problem. So gender TS, what is the name of this one? Age TS. All these names you should remember, yeah, or copy from here and just come here, and in the gender you need to change it to gender TS. You can see these names here also. This is a text box name. It will give you all those options also when you are here, but when you are working in the this one, the zooming, so it won't give you all those options here. So now just copy it, paste it here, and change this name with the age name, contact number, district, and all these names you should change them. Just to save your time, we have added all these except this date one that I will do in front of you later. Okay, so this is the school. up to the school we have added all these details only. And similarly on all these columns clear search we have all these filters available. Now if you want that I need this date range also, so for that there is a little bit different trick, and that is you need to add here two text boxes in the format that should be short date. This one also short date. Give it a name. The name is registration if, means registration from, and this one name I have added registration to. So from and to date we have two dates. Okay. Now for this in the query, first I need to go to the query and add here this command. Command is, let's first add here the column from the DB, and that is date of registration column. Now here I need a command for the date, because here I don't have the option to use this like function, because here I need a range. So for the range, let press F2. For this now we need this command between, then forms the same function that we used for the like, exclamation sign. So the form name is test search. This is the form name, then sign up exclamation, then the field name registration F and registration 2. Registration F, and now I need end. After end I will use the same command between this and. For end the same forms command test search, but here I need the registration 2 field. So that's name is registration 2. Copy it from here just to make it easy and avoid errors and spellings. And okay. So we have used this command here between forms test search registration if and forms test search registration that. Now one another thing you need to do when you run this query, so you won't see anything here because you need one another command, and that is go to the form again. Now here this is the first text box, this is the second text box. So for this I need a simple command. We have already added this clear search. You see clear search. Double click, go to the event search, and here what I did, that when you clear all these things, so this cell, the registration F and the registration 2, the date cells should be equal to, these are the default value ranges I have given. 11190 and 112023, because there is a range, it shows nothing now. Why? Because you have to specify a range, because it's not like a wildcard command that it shows everything. So now you see here we have those default values available when I open this form. Now let's close this form, open it again. You see it's blank. Why? Because I have to press this clear button, because we have added this to the default. Now what if I add another command? Another command on the opening of this form, go to the design view, click this tab, and from here on load I will add a command on load. Whenever I unload this form, so you should requery these two things, the registration from and the registration to. These should be equal to this. So you can use this on the this command on the load, or you can use this command on the requery button also, but you will have to press that. And here whenever this form is opened, so this registration from and registration to will automatically change to these values, and me.requery to refresh the whole form. So whenever you open the form, these dates will by default be there and it will be refreshed. Without that, when you open the form, so it will show nothing until you press the refresh or the clear button. But now when you click, when you open this form, you open this, so it will have all these teacher detail, and here you will see those default values of dates. Now if you want a specific date, for example 1st January 2019 to 1st January 2019, only the one date, press enter. So here you see all those teachers are filtered who were registered on 1st January 2019. So it gives you all these filters. If you don't remember the name, gender, age, so you can at least if remember a month, so you can just add that date, and there you will have a filter data. Now you see only 18 record. If you are done, click clear search. That's it. Now for example you have found a teacher. Oh, this was the teacher, so copy that, click open form. Now here in the search ID, paste that and open teacher form. So here you will have the form of that person. If you want to add some details, or as I did in my previous video, if you add here a button to the other entries of this teacher, for example training, visits, so you can add those buttons also. When you click, it would go to the same form of this person and will add all these details automatically, as I showed you in the previous video just before this. So this is basically the form search that you can use, and this form search you can add to your dashboard also. Now here in the dashboard, if you want to add it and you want to see search your database, now you want to add here another button, for example search teacher list. Now here you need to add a button and go to the form operation, open form. Next, what was the name of that form? That was test search, that we developed test search form. Next, and open the form and show all record. Next, here you can use go or any word you want. Next, finish. Now from this dashboard you can control that search list. Go. Here you are. From here you search a specific person. If you don't remember ID, search by name or by gender. If I type here only Wali, so here we have all those names where Wali is available. If it's a lengthy list, for example, if I just type R, so if I just remember only one letter R, so all those names where R is available. Now if I type here male, so only male will be filtered. Now if I type here a specific age like 25, so here we have all those names with R, male and age for 25. If you remember a contact number, add their district, their seat, school, and if you find the person, oh, this one is the person, so you can just copy this and go to the open form and do whatever you want with that profile. And you can also link these areas. For example, if you have these details, when you click the name, so that form should automatically open. That also you can do, but for that I am working on such database, because that needs some modules to be developed first. Search as you type. So search as you type command is also there, and from that also you can search a specific person, and when click, so that specific person form or report will be open. So I'm working on that and will share in the advance. So up till now we have discussed this search form with multiple criteria, and before that I just uploaded another tutorial also, where we have worked on the auto creation of IDs, that how to develop auto IDs, that when you enter a person name, contact number, age, sex and date of registration, it creates an automatic ID. And this is for example a profile, and if you want to add some details of this same person in another form, so that is linked here, and when you click this, so all these details will automatically be there. See, all those details are here. Now for example, if you add someone new, here in the name, for example I type a name and then a contact number and then age and this and date of registration, for example 1st January 2022, and when I press tab, so here you see an automatic ID is created, and when I click this training form, a specific form for this person to add some other entries, click. So here you see all those details are automatically here. Now you just need to add start date, end date, and So this video has also been uploaded and the link is given in the description. If you visit my channel, if you want to learn Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, Access, MS Word and Mail Merge, then other tricks of the Microsoft Excel and other softwares, these other playlists of learning online data collection, Kobo, MS Form, Google Form for collecting online data, data analytics, project management series is there is a playlist for MS Excel beginners also, Windows, and all these playlists, single playlists are also available. So you can benefit from all these sessions which are free of cost, and you just open it and watch them and learn and improve your productivity. There are these beautifully designed PowerPoint presentations, how to make these PowerPoint presentation, and every video has a detailed step-by-step tutorial. So visit my channel, subscribe, like and share and comment. Learn and improve your productivity. Thank you.